Last video we learned about for loops. You will find the link of that video in the description box down below. Today we are going to be learning about subroutines. So let's go. What is a subroutine? A subroutine is a collection of instructions that can be executed multiple times within your program without needing to copy every instruction. Subroutines can help simplify your program because they allow you to name that set of instructions and then invoke it from multiple places. Furthermore, subroutines can help your program be updated more easily because they centralize repeated instructions into a single location. This means they need to be more modified only once they change. Imagine that you ask your friend to mail a letter. You could tell them that they need to walk across the street to the mailbox, open the mailbox door, insert the letter, close the mailbox door, and then put the red flag on the mailbox into the up position so that the mail carrier will know to pick it up. If you had to mail many letters, that would get exhausting. Instead, you can explain to your friend what steps are needed to mail a letter once, and thereafter, anytime you ask for a letter to be mailed, they will simply perform those steps. That is a subroutine. Let us say that we want to write a program that would determine the truth to the answers to these questions. Do you clean your room regularly? Have you ever peeked at presents early? Let us try that program. First, text window dot write line is do you clean your room regularly? Text window dot read. Text window dot write is truth detector declares random number is equal to math dot get random number. If random number is equal to 1, then text window dot write line is truth. Else text window dot write line is false. And if enter text window dot write line text window dot write line is have you ever peeked at presents early? Text window dot read. Text window dot write line truth detector declares random number is equal to math dot get random number to. If random number is equal to 1, then text window dot write line truth, else text window dot write line false. And if the code on line 5 may be unfamiliar, text window dot math dot get number is a function available in small basic that calculates a random number, either 1 or 2, and assigns the result to the variable random number. When we then test random number to decide whether the program will respond with the truth or not, a truth detector isn't very accurate since it is a random number. Let us suppose that we wanted to ask another question. It would be easy to do. We just need to copy the lines from line 1 to line 11 and make a few small changes. But what if we wanted to change the output of the truth detector so we printed as lie instead of false? We could do that by updating it by three places that the program outputs false. But we might miss one and it seems like a lot of work. Maybe there is a better way. As it turns out, that is exactly what we do when we use a subroutine for. Now, let us rewrite this program using a subroutine. First, write text window dot write line is do you clean your room regularly? Text window dot read truth detector response. Text window dot write line text window dot write line is have you ever peeked at presents early? Text window dot read truth detector response. Sub truth detector response text window dot write truth detector declares random number is equal to get random number is 2. If random number is equal to 1, then text window dot write line truth, else text window dot write line false. End sub. This program executes identically to the previous program. The difference is how it is written. You may notice that the line 12 now uses the sub keyword. This indicates it's a subroutine. When we name that subroutine, in this case our subroutine's name is truth detector response. We then place the code that randomly writes out the truth or falsehood below the subroutine name. And we close that section with the keyword end sub. After we define a subroutine, we can call it by typing its name followed by an open and close parenthesis. Calling a subroutine simply means that we want to execute those instructions, and after they have been executed, to continue our execution of the program at the next lines following the call. Notice that we can call the subroutine endless number of times within our program after it is defined. At this point, we want to change the truth detector to be lie instead of false. We only need to change line 12 because that is the only place in the program that writes out. Further, if we want to add in additional questions or even 10 additional questions, we only have to call the subroutine after each answer is input by entering truth detector response. Finally, the code above is more readable than the original because it has been split into smaller sections and we named the subroutine. So this is it for today. I hope you liked the video. In the next video, we are going to be learning about events. Until then, bye.